Some 2,000 years ago now, Jesus began a movement of people who gathered around him, who actually lived with him and went with him wherever he went, as he was teaching and as he was healing and as he was preaching and bearing witness to the love of God. These people gathered around this Jesus and they camped out, if you will, with him. They spent time with him and they learned from him until his way of love became their way of life. They walked the way of love with him. I've come to realize over the years that Episcopal camp and conference centers actually provide a unique opportunity to do just that. Sometimes for a weekend, sometimes for a week, sometimes in a retreat, sometimes in a camping session, sometimes in a vestry retreat, sometime in a gathering for some spiritual reason, for some designated period of time. People come together at our Episcopal camps and conferences to come together in a community centered around Jesus, to live with him for a few days, for a week, to dwell with him in Christian community, to actually spend time with Jesus. Like the poem says, to come away with him for a little while. That is an enormous gift in the world in which we live. That is a profound ministry in the times in which we live. For an opportunity to steal away with Jesus is an opportunity to be renewed, to refreshed, to find and discover the love of God again in the midst of our lives, and then to return to the world, to walk the way of love and bear witness to that love in the world. Camps and conference centers are not just about fun. They're about being the Jesus movement, not in the first century, but now in the 21st century. Thank you for that ministry, because it makes a difference. God love you. God bless you. And may God hold us all always in those almighty hands of love.